Let your spirit be free with the wind at your back and the whole world.
Hey, I told you I knew where I was.
Jubal, let your heart be your guide in the depths of the thunder. It's your rant and your ride.
Alrighty, so we got some horsies this morning. Of course, grazing in my neighbor's yard because he has grass. I don't have grass, so they have gone in my yard a few times, but you know, in the past, my yard was pretty desolate, so they look at my yard and go, nothing here, and then they leave. It's got more greenery now that my daughter lives there. Okay. Some horses just look trashed. That horse looks like he's as old as I am. So, I have some ecstatic news this morning. I shoot an 8K. Right now I'm shooting an 8K video. And I send it to YouTube in 8K video. They usually render it back to 4K. Well, to my surprise this morning, I woke up, I went to make some edits on the video, and to my surprise, it's at 8K. I'm like, whoa! YouTube rendered it at 8K. That's what I uploaded. They rendered it out at 8K. So, yesterday's video is at 8K. You know, it's a simple video. It's just over there in the area I just left. I'm just talking about my tires. So for the most part, just giving you a ride experience up to this point. The new tires are stiffer, so I believe the ride is bouncier, a little rougher, because these tires aren't acting as spongy as the original tires, but I can definitely feel better traction, which means it makes my pedal assist more reactive, so it enhances the pedal assist, so it feels like there's more energy being applied because of the better traction. And I didn't comment. I started to comment yesterday. Not only are these tires more rigid, but they weigh a lot more. So I really believe I added 8 to 10 pounds. I mean, that's how much more these tires weigh. I'm probably exaggerating, but these tires are beefy compared to the old tires. And I don't see many people riding their China e-bikes off-road like I do. You know, there's a few videos where people are riding on dirt roads, but nothing like El Dorado Canyon. And that's what I bought this bike for, so. Alrighty, so, yeah, just coming down that road. Very muddy from all our rain. I mean, really muddy. And I didn't go through the middle of the mud. I mean, I tried to stay out as much mud as I could, but yeah. Muddy, muddy, muddy. Of course, these tires pack up with mud more than the old stock tires. The old stock tires never packed with mud because there wasn't any knobbies on them, barely, you know, they were very shallow. I think I've been on this road on my dirt bike. It's very rocky. I'm gonna go up that just a little bit. Yeah. Gonna lower my seat just a little bit. Come on, bike. Yeah, the bike sits taller, so it leans way farther over on the kickstand. So, this will be slow going, I think. And bumpy. Maybe it'll get the mud out of my tires, but you know, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about. You know, this is what I bought this bike for. It's rocky, rough, crazy stuff where really, you know, it's not even fun to ride your dirt bike on. We do it, but it's like, was that really fun? So, you know, these rocks are rugged and sharp, and we'll see what the tires look like after this. See if I made a good choice on tires. But like I said, with pedal assist and throttle assist, it seems like there's more forward propulsion, which equates to better traction. You know, it's pushing harder. Woohoo! You know, and this is the kind of stuff that you want to see in 8K, because in 4K videos, good, but really, I've noticed a lot, like, you do not see the detail in the terrain that you're riding. You know, sometimes it just looks kind of blurred. So when I'm riding over tough terrain and rocks, you know, you're just like, doesn't look that rough. And yeah, the front, these tires bounce more, kind of like motorcycle tires. So you hit big rocks and it wants to bounce. The old stock tires were squishy, spongy, so you would hit stuff and it would soak it up more. I noticed that. And I knew there'd be a trade-off. You know, traction and toughness for, yeah, a softer ride and more chance of flats and blah blah. Yeah. This is pedal, pedal, to pedal. Oh, crud, dude. That's funny crud. This is what it's made for. So I was going to come up that road. This is going to tie into it up here. It used to be a little bit smoother, but goes over there. However, with all the rain, it's probably got grooves in it, washed out. Then we'll get to evaluate the tires. And I'm gonna play with air pressure, so I am gonna go down to 10 pounds and see how that rides. I know it's riding harsher and bouncing around more when I hit rocks because I'm at 15 pounds. Like I said yesterday, these tires say right on the side, inflate to 40 pounds. It's like, no way, dude. If I'm going on a road ride, you know, from Dayton to Carson, and I'm going somewhere for a road ride, then yeah, I'll pump up the tire. I don't know if I'll do it to 40 pounds, but I'll pump it up to high PSI. But out here in this stuff, 40 pounds, no, man, no traction. And you just, you know, you bounce off of everything. You know, that's when you get deflection with the front wheel. It's not like a motorcycle anyway. Even though it's heavy for a bicycle, it doesn't hold the line, right? Because it wants to deflect left and right and all over the place. So making the tire squishy, it'll keep it tracking. And so, as I mentioned before, they make a Tanus or a Tonus foam insert you can put in here. I might put it in the back tire. They say you can easily, you know, you can run 10 pounds. They say you can ride it out, you know, if for some reason your tube went flat, you could ride it out on that, which is what I want. All right, so another minute or so here and we'll keep heading up this rocky road. Hallelujah. Yeah, so anyway, you know, I hope they render this video at 8K so you can see detail on this stuff. I'm just trying to choose a line here. What line? Do I take the low line or the high line? They're both rocky, but yeah. Yeah, as I've said before, this is mountain biking to me. Not going 30 miles an hour downhill on a track with jumps and stuff in it. That's cool. Those guys are awesome, but this is what I call mountain biking, because I'm in the mountains and I'm biking. and I'm pedaling. Yes, I have pedal assist, but it's just cool, man. Woo! I didn't know I was gonna come up here, so I should have wore boots. I didn't wear boots. I have knee pads on, elbow pads. Oh crap. Woo. Holy smokes. Oh my gosh. More than I bargained for. But more than I bargained for, but still fun. No, there's no rocks here. It smooths out right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, dudes. I should be doing this every day, right? This is senior exercise. Holy smokes. Okay, so all you people who complain about you're cheating on your mountain bike, you'd probably be walking your mountain bike through that. I don't know. So anyway, I can ride mine through that with pedal assist. It's not easy, but it happens. Oh my goodness. Woo! Rough and rugged, Jack. Yeah, you can get exercise on an E-assisted mountain bike. This is what you gotta ride through, right? I'm just gonna laugh the whole way up this because it's beating me to death. I think it's a first good test ride for these tires. I wasn't gonna baby them like ride the highway to Carson. No, dude, tear these things up. Here you go. Woo-hoo. Oh my goodness. Okay, where do I go? Where do I go? Woo! I don't know. I hope somebody enjoys these videos like I do. I don't know. I know they're always long, but just enjoy the ride, bro. So we're pretty close to the highway. So these tires being heavier, you know, they might overheat the controller more. I'm not sure. You know, it's more work for the motors. I didn't look at my battery percentage, but it's working the motors harder. Yeah? Would you agree? I think you should agree. Don't you think that was some hard work? Hard work for me, because I'm pedaling. But hard work for the motors, too. To probably drag 5 extra pounds on the wheels. But traction is there, yeah. And rocks. I was concerned about rocks, you know. Traction in dirt doesn't always equate to traction in rocks. However, I think these tires are doing traction in rocks. Would you agree with that? Comments? You think it's doing traction in rocks? Yes, sir. So I take it back. We're not that close to the road. That's a little lineman cabin. You know, a mining cabin claim. A mining claim cabin. There I go. I used to have one of those in Virginia City up in the Bend. And they're cool, you know, to live in. Probably more cool if you're not married with a little baby. That's got to sleep in a dresser drawer. Thanks, Kristen. Yeah. So this has been a fun and interesting ride. I'll do it again because I don't mind getting beat to a pulp. You know that. It's about the exercise. It's about the experience. Get off the couch. You're not gonna get any exciting rides on a couch. Let's see what the battery says. Huh, full battery so far. I don't know. And this new seat, you know, I already have had this new seat on my legit mountain bike. And my first China e-bike, I put this seat on there. And it's a good seat. That should have been the second improvement I made to this bike after I did the pedals. Okay. Yeah. So, and really this is where throttle assist on China bikes helps out. You know, if you have momentum on your legit pedal assist mountain bike, you can go through this stuff super easy. But if you lose your balance and you gotta stop, it's harder to get started again. With the e-bike, you can apply a little bit of throttle assist just to get forward momentum to get your pedals cranking. Okay, so like that. Oh, come on. And then, you know, you're all pedal assist after that. You just get the forward momentum going so you can start pedaling again. And that's important. That, you know, a legit mountain bike all day long will outclimb the shit out of, the crud out of this bike. But if you lose your balance or lose traction, you have to be a crazy expert mountain biker who can balance themselves up on the pedals without moving to get going forward again. That's not me. So that's where this bike shines, you know. You just get a foot of forward momentum so you can start pedaling again. What? Are you, Coyote? Are you yipping at me? Get over here, dog. I'll eat you for breakfast. but you won't taste good because you're yodi. Yeah, these little places are awesome. Okay, so I might ride up the highway for a mile or two before I turn around. Oh, somebody's calling me. Shouldn't be spammers, but you never know. I think I have one spammer who's pretty mad at me because I never let him scam me, so he just calls to sit there and keep my phone line open, and I just make fun of him. Let's see, somebody I know. Nope, see, it is a spam call. It's probably that one guy that I make mad. He calls me all the time. I think his name is Michael. Hi, this is Michael. And he always calls about a different subject. Hi, this is Michael. I want you to consider your final expense insurance. I said, I have that. His name is Jesus. Right? Final expense insurance. Jesus. And then next day it'll call. Hello, your car insurance rates have dropped for Nevada. We would like to give you a quote. Yeah, I got 20 vehicles. Okay, maybe we'll call back later. Then the Medicare, of course, those come in every day. Your new benefits have arrived for Nevada for 2025. I say, well, just give me all that free stuff. Well, it's not free. Well, then don't call me. I didn't call you. Anyway, spam callers are funny. Before cell phones and computers, they didn't have a job. Yeah? Yeah. Good. Nice. Being safe. Awesome. I like to see motorcyclists who ride safe. Yeah, safe. Okay. So I'll shut it off. I probably won't record too much going back home. This is already 30-minute video. Probably more than a 30-minute video, but at least a 30-minute video. So, yeah. Hallelujah.